Hi guys, welcome back again to the channel. This is Priceless Clean Makeover, your one-stop beauty blog. So on today's video, I'm going to be showing us how I got my dark skin bride ready for her big day. So if this is what you're interested in, kindly subscribe, like, share and comment. And if this is your first time of seeing my video, you're highly welcome. Please do not make it your last. Kindly join my community of love. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So this is my dark skin bride from Abia State. She booked us for her pre-wedding glam, nails and hair, and also her wedding glam, makeup and nails. So first thing I did was to carve her brows and then use my face wipe to clean her face to remove hair from the brow carving. After that, I used my micellar water and another clean face wipe to clean the face thoroughly to remove dirt and oil, so that the face will be prepared for the skin prep I will be applying. So here the baby hair coiler was encroaching on the face. I have to remove them, like set that aside, then allow the face to dry. And right here I am applying my Dr. Rashell face serum, this to illuminate the skin, and then I am pressing it down into the skin with my flat brush. And after that, she will dry it with her electronic hand fan, and after that I will apply the moisturizer. This is a Sod Cream moisturizer, is a Nigerian brand. After applying the moisturizer all over the face, especially on the under eye, because as a bride she was very stressed from last night's bridal shower and activities, so you have to deep moisturize the face, if you understand what I mean. So I've just removed the band from the frontal, and then I'm applying my sweat block on her T-zone areas just to tame the oil, because she is an oily skin person. Then after applying the sweat block on the T-zone area, I'm using my hand here to kind of press it into the skin to make sure it is also dry before I apply my primer. So here I am applying a Vaseline lip balm to moisturize the lip, and after that I go over to my Stay Matte primer to apply all over the face, and then avoiding the under eye. I apply this all over the face and also a little on the T-zone areas, because remember I have just applied my Adventure sweat block on her T-zone area. So while applying my primer now, I am going it easy on her T-zone area, but apply very well on every other part of the face except on the under eye. You don't apply primers on the under eye so that your makeup will not smudge. Then after that, the next thing I'll be doing is to apply my matching foundation. And for my matching foundation, I am going to be using two foundation, one from V Beauty foundation and the other from Avour foundation. The shades I use, I will be listing them on the description box. So these are the two foundation I'll be mixing to match her skin. This is me using my foundation thread to mix it first, then spread it on the face one part at a time before I use my damp beauty sponge to damp it into the skin. So here I am applying my foundation one part at a time and making sure I press that into the skin. A little goes a long way when you are applying your foundation. And also remember that if you are applying your foundation on the neck, you must make sure that your skin prep got to that area, and also make sure that your client or your bride dress is not going to get to that area. So after foundation match, you saw how the skin was skinning. The next thing I'm doing is to do the makeup highlighting, and for that I am using a 2-shade lighter pro concealer to highlight the skin. So I am highlighting the jaw, the cupid bow, bridge of the nose, forehead and under the eye. So like I said, a little goes a long way, especially when you are applying your cream products. So I am using my beauty sponge also to press that into the skin. Once that is done, then I will also go over to baking and setting. So this is how the skin is looking after the highlight. So you do that, making sure that you are avoiding harsh lines, like lines in between the product you have applied before and the new one you are applying. And also make sure, it's a bride, you don't have to do too much, so I'm making sure to blend very well and also to remove harsh line, like that's demarcation from the in between the products applied. So after that, I will keep that pro concealer aside because I will be needing it sooner or later to highlight the brows. After that, I did not do contour, I move over to blush application, and for that I use a pink and the orange color shade. I mix that together to apply her blush. This is a CPD blush, and then I applied it on the cheek, between the cheekbone and the underneath the cheekbone. That's the area I applied it, and then I work my way upwards to the forehead area, to the hairline area, and then a little bit on the tip of the nose, just to give my contour a uniform look. Then I blended that in and then move over to contouring. For my contouring, guys, I am using only the darker shade from the Avour. The two foundations I mixed, I use the darkest one and do my contour. And for you to get a professional nose contouring, you have to start from where the person's brows begin. That is how to easily get a professional nose contour. So look at what I am doing here. I started my contour from where the brows begin to down to the nose, tip of the nose. So you walk your way down from the brows to the tip of the nose. You don't want to apply a contour and then it will bend to the other side. After blending that in with my beauty sponge, I have to use the same pro concealer I used to re-highlight the under eye, because you will notice it got darker after the nose contour, so you have to re-highlight again to make the under eye pop out more. Then I blended that in and also touch some other areas I highlighted with the same beauty sponge. Not too much product, guys, so that it doesn't your makeup doesn't appear heavy. So after blending that in seamlessly, you make sure, sorry guys, before I forget, if you're applying your highlights, you apply it light-handedly. Then I spray the face, and then she uses her hand fan to dry the spray. This hydrating spray will fix your makeup and make it last longer. Then after the spray has dried, the next thing I am doing is to, this is me confirming if it has dried, because it needs to dry. The hydrating spray needs to dry first. After it dried, I will be using my Avour 24 setting powder to set the areas I highlighted. I'm using my beauty sponge too. I will use a neat side of the beauty sponge to damp that into the skin. You first of all set the areas you highlighted, don't forget that. And after setting the areas you highlighted, I will also use my powder powder brush to set or bake the rest of the face, and also making sure that I recognize each shade, both contour and both contour and blush. Then this is me baking the rest of the face, including the neck areas, to get the matching skin. So guys, the skin is skinning. Remember, every cream product you applied must be dried or baked. So I am using my angle brush to bake my nose contour. Then after baking, I will go over to setting the face properly. This is me setting the nose contour. I am doing the reverse contour, setting the under eye again, because I'm going to be applying my eyeshadow and I don't want eyeshadow fallout to spoil my under eye or mess them up. So after that, I will do my reverse contour, then lift the nose and the cheek up to accentuate the face. This is my bride blushing over her skin work, and she loved it, you can see. And after that, this is me doing the cheek reverse contour, lifting the cheek up. I did that to make sure that the skin keeps skinning. So today I'm going to be doing my eyeshadow first before brows, and for that I am applying my Beneclan white eyeshadow primer on the eyelid, and then blending that in with my blending brush, making sure that I am not leaving any harsh line in between. After blending that in, I will be applying my eyeshadow. for this bridal eyeshadow look, I am not going to be doing too much because she's a bride and a dark skin bride at that. So I will be making sure that her eye pop, but not too much. This is my Gorgeous Me eyeshadow palette. I'll be using a silver shade of color of eyeshadow to apply on the eyelid generously, and then I use my golden shimmer to apply on the inner corner of the eye, and to make that pop a little, to give it that golden silver look, and blend that in seamlessly. After that, I will be using my angle brush and a contour shade to remove harsh lines in between the eyelid, and once that is done, I will move over to brows application. So for the brows, I use my brow tamer and a schoolie brush to lay the brow hairs down first and then arrange it, and after that I use my setting powder to damp out oil or creasing from the brow tamer so that I can now outline my brows, and then I press that in, making sure that I remove every creasing from the brow tamer I applied, and then after that I outlined my brows using my black gel liner that I mixed a little bit of my brown gel liner to get her shade. Then I outlined the brows. This is me outlining the brows with my flat brow brush. Then after outlining the brows, I fill the brows and stroke the brows, and making sure that the brows is looking as natural as possible. And after that, I move over to concealing the brows. Conceal the brows to make sure that the brows is highlighted and well defined. This is me concealing and blending in the concealer, baking and setting the concealer I have just applied. Then after that, the next thing I'll be doing is to remove harsh line in between, blending very well. You have to blend to remove harsh lines, very important. Then after that, fill her waterline with my black gel liner, and after filling her waterline, I applied her eyeliner and then wing it out and apply mascara to add volumes to her false lash. Then after that, I will move over to lip application. Before the lip, I will use my finishing powder to clear the setting powders on the lip areas, and also those reverse contour I did, blend that out and then outline my lip. For the lip, I am using my coffee 33 Avour lip stain to outline the lip, and then apply my pink Avour lip stain to highlight the lip. I did that and it was not popping, so I applied the orange color on top to bring out the highlight more. I blend that in, and then the lip is lipping. At this point, if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly please subscribe, like, share, and also let me know what you think about this bridal makeup look. Please guys, this is Priceless Clean Makeover. If you don't know, I am your one-stop beauty blog. I did the hair, her nails, and the glam. Book us, send us a DM on any of our social media platform, and then after doing her finishing, this is me locking in her makeup with my locking spray. This is a waterproof finishing spray to keep the makeup hydrated all day. So she dried that in, and voila, this is the final look, guys. What do you think about this bride? The bride is briding, guys. Is giving that skin beauty. I love it, and she loved her glam. You can see the glow. So guys, thank you so much for watching. See the hair is hairing, the makeup is makeuping, and the nails is nailing. Guys, thank you for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye.